Good morning, everybody. This is Granny Patty talking to you from my cute little home. Thinking about you guys this morning. We are beginning lesson 16, and this is a fun one. The American goldfinch. You've seen them everywhere. They're just the cutest little birds. Now, the American goldfinch is a bright, beautiful little bird that is found all across North America. Like many birds, their plumage, better known as their feathers, changes depending on the season. More muted and brown in the winter and brighter during breeding season to attract a mate. The yellow is very eye-catching and hard to miss. They are active little acrobats that will fly with a bounce forming a wavy pattern. As they fly, they like to call out and draw attention to themselves. When they find a mate, the pair will make its own identical call and will use it to find each other in a crowd of other birds. Now, what do they look like? What's their appearance? These cute little birds are only 4 to 5 inches and usually weigh about half an ounce, 14 grams, or about the weight of 4 teaspoons of sugar. Because they are so light, they are able to land on thistles and dandelions to collect seeds without them collapsing or bending beneath them. They molt 2 times a year in early spring and early fall. They do something called a spring molt. After its spring molt, the male is a bright yellow with black forehead, wings, and tail. He also has a pattern of white bars that cross through the black on his tail and wings. His beak is bright orange. The female is a duller yellow and does not have the black cap on her head. She also has an orange beak. Now, during the fall molt, when they molt in the fall, both males and females look almost identical with more yellowish brown tones. Even their beak changes color to become more brown. The only distinguishing factor is the male has small yellow patches on its shoulders. What do these cute little birds eat? What's their diet? Well, American goldfinches eat mostly seeds, but are classified as omnivores because in a pinch, they will also eat insects. Their diet consists mainly of seeds from plants like sunflowers, thistles, asters, and grasses. They will also collect seeds from trees like alder, birch, western red cedar, and elm. In order to perch on flowers and thistles, these birds use a couple of tricks. They will hover before landing on a branch and can even hang upside down to get seeds that are difficult to reach. They use their amazing balance, strong grip, and light weight to help them find food. They eat the seeds by moving them in their mouths with their tongues, cracking them, and dropping the shells. Have you ever eaten a sunflower seed this way without using your hands? When they have finished eating, they often wipe their bills. During the winter, American goldfinches will flock together for protection and to find food as a group. They are frequent visitors at birdhouses where seeds are supplied for them, especially in the winter when food is more scarce. Their seed-based diet not only keeps them healthy and strong, but is also what helps to give them their bright colors. American goldfinches have a type of crop, which is a pouch in the esophagus, that enables them to store undigested food for their young or to save for later when they want a snack. American goldfinches can be found on farmlands, in weedy fields with scattered trees, in river groves, in suburbs, at parks, and at feeders looking for seeds. They live across the entire continent of North America, but in northern regions they tend to only stick around for breeding season, leaving before it gets too cold to find wintering grounds further south. The male and female move around together to choose a suitable nest site. They build their nests usually high in a shrub or evergreen that provides shade from above. Their life cycle, these birds are late breeders, waiting until late summer to make their broods. Some people have hypothesized or guessed that they do this to make sure there are plenty of seeds when their young hatch. The male uses his beautiful colors to attract a mate. Once they find their mate, males and females work together to choose a suitable nesting site. The female builds the nest, making it tightly woven with plant fibers, spider webs, plant down. Their nests are so tightly wound that they will actually hold water. During a storm, the female has to protect her nest by stretching out her wings. Oh, hang on, just lost my place. By stretching out her wings to make sure the water doesn't pool around her eggs or young. It takes her about 5 days to build the nest. Sorry, you guys, I just kind of lost my place because I had to make sure I was still being recorded. So let me start that over. The female builds the nest, making it tightly woven with plant fibers, spider webs, and plant down. Their nests are so tightly wound that they will actually hold water. During a storm, the female has to protect her nest by stretching out her wings to make sure the water doesn't pool around her eggs or young. It takes her about 6 days to build the nest. The finished nest is about 3 inches across and 2.5 inches high. There are 2 to 7 eggs in the clutch, and they may have 1 to 2 broods in a season. The eggs are a pale bluish white with occasional faint brown spots. The female incubates the eggs for 12 to 14 days while the male brings her food. Just like one of their babies, he regurgitates the food into her mouth so that she can stay on the nest. When babies hatch, they are helpless and must nest for 11 to 17 days. During the first few days, the male will bring food to give to the mom to feed the young. As the young start to grow, this responsibility shifts from the mom to dad. In the end, dad takes over the care of the young and the mother leaves. He collects food and brings it to the young for up to 3 weeks after they have fledged. He locates them by a fledgling call that they make. When the chicks are ready to be independent, they stop calling. The American finch lives an average of 3 to 6 years. This is a short lifespan, but it is not due to any major threats. While many birds suffer because of human interference, this bird actually thrives because of it. The clearing of forests and habitats has led to the increase of the flowers and weeds that these birds need to help them survive. They're suggesting an activity break. Eat some sunflower seeds and see if you can eat them like an American goldfinch. Toss a seed in your mouth and without using your hands, use your tongue to move it around so you can crack the sides and find the seed. When you're done, spit out the shell into the garbage, of course. Was it easy or was it hard? That should be a fun activity. All right, my little finches, it's time for Mommy to pull out all of your student notebooks and you guys get to work. Take care of yourselves today. Give Mommy big, huge hugs. Thank Daddy when he comes home for working so hard. And be nice to each other. I love you. We'll be on lesson 17 soon enough. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.